Hello, everybody. My name is Al Hassan. I'm your host for the live stream here at the American Crossword Puzzle Tournament. An exceptional first night here. I am here with Sid's Grid, Mr. Sid, the man, the myth, the legend, the winner of the Wordle event today. How are you feeling coming off of that fantastic victory?
I think that anybody could have won, honestly. It's a total fluke that I was the one who happened to win. It really comes down to if you got a lucky guess to start off with. And then, my second of the six, I needed almost all the answers. I mean, almost all the guesses. But then I got really lucky with the next four. So I really don't feel like I'm deserving of this because I'm probably the person who plays Wordle the least in that room. I think I play it like once a week, if that. But I'm usually I get Wordle in 3 or 4 usually.
I mean, luck is a little bit of a skill. Did you have any strategy in mind? I know with there's a little bit of a rule change for tonight. With you can't use the first guess multiple times, I believe. Did that kind of throw off your game at all?
No, and I think that's actually because I don't actually play that often. I don't think I have a strategy that might have helped. I think that the thing that was easy, I don't want to say exploit, but there was a rule change, another one that changed the strategy, which was the way the scoring works is it's not a total number of guesses, but it actually has to do with the distribution of gray, yellow, and green tiles. And so if you guess the same letters in the same position, you guarantee that those letters are not going to add to your score. So what I did was I just took a little bit of time to sit and think, I'm going to put the exact letters that I had, the yellow and green ones. If it's yellow, put it in a different position. If it's green, put it in the same position. So I know that those tiles will not contribute to my score. And just think of different options for the other letters, which is very different from regular Wordle strategy, where you're trying to get a variety of different letters in so you can figure out what the answer is pretty quickly.
Now, extremely cerebral tactics here coming out at the American Crossword Puzzle Tournament. Is this something that you thought up on the fly when he announced that?
Yeah, actually, round 2, I got totally wrecked. So then I had to refigure my strategy out. And that's how I kind of thought of this. And I thought, okay, well, let me try this. And it worked out really well.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations. Are you going to be staying here for the next couple of days?
I'm actually here as a non-competitor. I've got some other stuff going on in town. But I'll be here tomorrow. I might have to miss finals on Sunday. But it's good to meet everybody. And finally, after a long time, get to congregate in person. It's really a blast.
Yeah, for sure. Well, even if you miss us here, and this is a little bit of a self-plug, you can always go back and rewatch us on the live stream. So that'll always be available to you if you ever miss it.
Yeah, you can go watch the embarrassing moment where I had to grasp the victory out of the claws of Finn Vigeland, who was just 10 points behind me. I feel really bad for Finn, but honestly, now I can say I'm undefeated ACPT Wordle champ. So unless you do Wordle again, I'm always going to be the Wordle champ.
Humble words from Sid's Grids.
I would say with all humility, it's a joke, but also a little bit of there's some truth in that as well.
Well, Sid, congratulations, man. You did a fantastic job. And I guess what are you up to next?
Oh gosh. I'm doing a lot of puzzle stuff behind the scenes now. A plug for Lollapuzzoola, which was just announced that it's going to be on August 27th this year, 2022. So I'm editing for Lollapuzzoola, another tournament, also in New York, on a Saturday in August. And I edit for the AVCX Plus feature. I edit for the Juggernaut Crossword. I'm, writing puzzles for the New York Times whenever I get a chance. And there's a website that you can check out as well. Some people have heard of it.
What's that website, Sid?
It's kind of just an old puzzle blog, and nobody really cares about it anymore.
What's the exact URL, Sid, so people can check you out, man?
That would be notsidsgrids.com. You should actually go to notsidsgrids.com. There's really good puzzles there.
All right, Sid, man. Thank you once again, and I hope you have a great, fantastic rest of your night.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Gonna ask easy questions, right?
No, these are extremely tough, grueling questions, way harder than what you've just went through. I just felt the need to come talk to you because every time I was in charge of the live stream, by the way.
Yeah.
Every time I pan towards you, you were head in palm, just looked extremely uncomfortable, like nothing was going your way. What was going on there, man?
Man, these puzzles here, I didn't finish any of them, but these aren't puzzles I usually do on a daily basis. So, this is my first time being in person at the Crossword tournament. It's a lot of fun. But I want to do well. I want to figure out the puzzles, so I kind of get into my zone and try to concentrate and figure out what's going on. And didn't quite make it this time, but I'll get better.
I mean, there's a lot of grizzled veterans here tonight, people who have been here 20 plus years. This is your first time here. What do you feel like you've learned from this time that's going to help you if you ever return back in the future?
Oh, well, I think I've learned you got to go to the crew dinner. You got to go get the wine first, hit the bar first, right? But I did get some advice from a veteran not to go too hard tonight because we want to be focused for tomorrow. So, that was all good advice. I think practice with a pencil, I think I usually do things online. I'm a young person. So, some of these vets have been writing on paper and pencil all their lives. So, gotta catch up with that.
Now, you said this is your first time. This event has been going on for a while. What kind of inspired you to come in here and maybe like something different this year that was like, oh man, I really need to go this time?
Well, I started doing crosswords like every day, probably only a couple of years ago. So last year I entered the online tournament, really enjoyed it, had a lot of fun. And this year for Christmas, my wife actually bought me the plane tickets and the tickets to come up here. And so, I had to go. So she knows that I like crosswords a lot, like geeking out with people. And so that's what got me up here is she bought my tickets.
I think she made a fantastic choice. She's a keeper, man.
She absolutely is. Shout out to Veronica.
Veronica, if you're watching this, your husband appreciates you very much, and we do too for having him come down here.
And especially because she's taking care of my two little kids right now this weekend. So, that's really the big thing.
Well, he may not have won tonight, but he will return with a vengeance. Are you going to be here for the rest of the weekend?
I am. I'm here till Sunday.
Well, I hope that when you come in tomorrow, your mindset is going to be locked in.
I'm going to be focused. I'm going to be focused, ready to go, trying to get in that 50th percentile. Really excited about that.
Well, we look forward to that. I didn't catch your name.
Kevin. My name's Kevin Wee. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Kevin Lee from Raleigh, North Carolina. Absolute pleasure. Good luck, my man.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Al here, your host for the American Crossword Puzzle Tournament here in the first night of the tournament. What a wild night. These guys have been absolutely nothing but cracking jokes the whole night. What's going on, guys, tonight, and what's so funny?
The ACPT it's the American Comedy Professional Tour. So we're just here trying to, rub shoulders with some of the old timers, cut our comedic chops, and we're just happy to be here.
I'm glad I didn't go first.
Now, I saw you get rejected a couple times asking people for pictures. Did you get your pictures tonight?
I got a picture with Will Shorts, who's always very gracious, and then there was another fella who denied me.
Don't want to name names.
I don't want to name names, but it may be like a 5-letter name that could be, you might get a green box and a gray box.
We'll give you 6 guesses.
If you had to take a best guess, how many tries would you say it would take you?
Now that you say that, I'm going to try again, and I'll try up to 6 times.
Well, let's talk about your Wordle play tonight. How did that go?
Mine was fair to middling at best.
We want to hear the score.
126, I think.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Well, I think I cheated on one. I didn't get dodgy, and I heard it, so I filled it in.
Well, 126 is not bad, but it's not good.
Were you able to do any better?
I scored a 99. Me and Wayne Gretzky are,
He also cheated, though.
Guys, what's going on with the cheating here? I feel like this is the kind of event that you come in for passion.
Getting it out of the way today so it doesn't happen tomorrow.
and I was crossing my fingers the whole time.
All right, how about you, my guy? I didn't see you in the mix, but you seem like a real honest guy. How did your night go?
It went terrible. The honesty does not work in Wordle. That's all I can say. I was so bad. I had one of the other filmmakers looking over my shoulder at my one letter for 6 tries on one of those Wordles. Really, it's like Vulture. It was awful.
So these guys took a little bit of a route here, cheating on the first day, so they don't cheat on the second day. Do you feel like maybe you should have had a change of tactics? You didn't cheat on the first day. Are you going to cheat on the second day?
I'm not going to cheat on the second day. Maybe I cheated a little on the first day. Maybe, just a little. When everybody's looking at their screen like this because we all can't quite read with our glasses, it's hard not to see what others are doing. So, I might have seen some things I shouldn't have seen, and you can't see.
Absolutely. How often have you guys attended this tournament?
This is my 5th.
This is year 7. My goodness.
This is my 3rd in person, yeah.
Now, grizzled veterans here. We've just been talking to a couple people. First time coming in. They're enjoying the show. What keeps you guys coming back every year?
Get away from the wife and kids for 48 hours.
What's that? What keeps us coming back every year? 95. I-95.
I think it's just the delusion that there might be a hope that I'll do better this year, and never works out.
If you guys do end up scoring a miracle somehow in the next 2 days, what do you think you do if you end up landing first place, for example?
Disney World.
I would probably give Will Shorts a big kiss.
I think he would enjoy that very much.
Well, he did the last time, so.
Did you ask?
I never ask.
Wow, I've heard Jerry's a great kisser. I don't know.
Yeah, Will told you that.
Yeah, if I win, I guess I'm going to give Jerry a big kiss just to see what that's all about. I don't know.
Guys, the love is in the air tonight. What are your plans for the next 2 days? What are your hopes and expectations for this tournament? And are you planning on coming back for another time?
Tomorrow I'm shooting straight for the middle.
We're just here to have some fun, maybe solve a few puzzles, and the love of wordplay keeps us coming back.
Yeah, I'm just going to write fast and hope for the best. That's all you can do,
Well, these guys don't like staying at home with their wives and kids, but they seem like they're going to make the 50th percentile a very comfortable home for them in the next couple of days. We wish them the best of luck. Any closing remarks, guys?
Good to be here.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, what he said. Just glad to be here.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Hello, everybody. Al here, your host for the American Crossword Puzzle Tournament. What a fantastic first day. The man, the myth, the legend, guessing the word trice. Now, tell us a little bit about your strategy. You have real convictions about your Wordle strategy here. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I don't know if it's a real strategy. I mean, it's been recommended by a number of people, and Will Shorts included, to start with the same word every time. But to make it more fun, I just pick any random word, as long as it's 5 letters long. It could have the more common letters, like you see on Wheel of Fortune, the R-I-C, for example, R-I-E or A, whatever. Or else I can pick something totally silly, like, for example, once I started with the word yucky. I mean, there's no real strategy. And I think it does make the game a little more difficult, but it also makes it a lot more fun.
Absolutely. A change of a kind of last second change. A lot of people did not expect the limitation of not being able to guess the same thing every first time. Do you feel like that might be a thing that they could kind of consider putting into the actual Wordle game?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Sure. So they had a novel rule today, is that you can't guess the same thing for the first time every time. Do you feel like that's something that they could consider putting in the actual Wordle game?
Well, I never really gave it much thought because when I solve it at home, it's done one game each day, and but for here, it was a totally different situation, and I never really gave it much thought. I don't know how much it would have affected, helped, or hindered me.
Awesome, man. Tell us a little bit about your next couple days. What are your hopes? What are your aspirations? Where are you planning to kind of land in terms of scoring? What do you got planned?
Well, I have no real high hopes of where I finish. I mean, and I'm telling the god-awful truth because I don't know when I stopped being competitive. It got to a point where I said, the heck with where I stand. I'm having fun, and I'm with my tribe, and that's all so if I come at top, which I really, really doubt, great. If I come out of the bottom, okay. But the bottom line is I'm with my friends. I feel like it's a family reunion, and I'm just having a lot of fun, and I've been coming here since 1992.
Incredible. Well, here at the American Crossword Puzzle Tournament, it seems like there's not too many confident people, but a lot of fun-loving and happy and honest people here. Is that what kind of keeps you coming back here?
Oh, yes. I mean, we all share a common love of words, and it's as I said, it's my tribe, but as I said also, it's like a family reunion.
I didn't catch your name.
I'm Robert.
Robert, I'm Al. Pleasure to meet you. I hope to see you again.
Okay. Thank you.
Take care. All right, awesome. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Don Christensen. How are you doing on this fantastic day, good sir?
I'm feeling really good. I'm glad today's over. It was a lot of fun.
A veteran of the game here, you've been coming for an exceptionally long time as a photographer for the American Crossword Puzzle Tournament. What kind of sparked the passion for you for this tournament and for the love of photography here?
What sparked the passion was business, because when I first came here, I was hawking products for one of my clients at the ad agency. I had a client that sold pens and pencils, and somebody said I should take him up to the Crossword Puzzle Tournament and donate all the pens and pencils. So I did that, and that's how I met Will. I came up here and was giving away pens. And I had a camera with me, and he said, you know something? Can you focus that thing? I said, yeah. He says, okay, you're in. That was like 42 years ago.
It seems like a common thread here, Will just finding random people, me included, and just asking them to do work for him.
You met you at the table tennis club, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I was doing some random videography because I love the sport of table tennis, and he was like, hey, come on down. I want you to do some table tennis live streaming, table tennis videography. And a little bit later on, he asked me to come cover this American Crossword Puzzle Tournament.
Well, that's great. I've been to the club a couple times. I was there for the grand opening. Were you there then?
I don't think I was born then.
I was there for the grand opening. I brought my two sons with me, and they got to play all day at the grand opening. It was really fun. But, you know something, I was really an advertising guy when I met Will, but I had a love of photography, and I've always been interested in photography. And over the years, he has kind of like taken me under his wing and supported my photographic habit. And I've grown. I mean, I hope I've grown after 40 years of doing it, you know. So I've taken some award-winning pictures, and I'm very happy. And after a while, you get to know how, which pictures express the emotion. And really, there's a lot of emotion here. You know, there's a lot of pride and emotion and frustration, and I try to capture all those different emotions, whether it's happiness or frustration or whatever. And all these people here are like family for me now. As a matter of fact, I met my wife here. You may have heard. I met my wife at the tournament in 1993. Neither one of us were puzzle solvers. I was a photographer, and she was a friend of a judge.
Have you grown to become a puzzle solver since that time?
No, I have not.
But hey, you take really good pictures, though.
I'm good at taking pictures of people solving puzzles and being very frustrated in doing so.
We saw a lot of heads and palms today. Were you able to capture some of that action?
There was a lot of what? I'm sorry.
There was a lot of heads and palms today. Were you able to capture some of the action?
It's one of my specialties, yes. I didn't get too many today, but that's one of my special. I have a whole series on the hand on the palm. Yeah. I got the bald heads, I got the hairy heads, I got every aspect of it.
Don, absolutely incredible. What are your plans for the next couple of days here?
I just want to chill out and just really think about what the story is, and I'm trying to take pictures for the Connecticut Tourism Bureau and for a possible TV show appearance. So they've told me this is the year of the mask. So we're all coming out of masking, but we're still wearing masks. And so this is the first tournament with masks. So that's kind of a symbol of the tournament. So they asked me to show a lot of masks, which I've been doing. And there's a lot of new people, too. So I'm trying to capture all the new people, several new judges, a lot of new female judges, which I was very happy to hear about. So trying to capture them. I'm doing a group shot of all the officials tomorrow, and then I'm going to spin off a special picture of the new officials that are here this year for the first time too. Try to capture all these first, and then 60% of my pictures I take at the finals. During the finals, A, B, and C, and the grand winner. That's my big hurrah at the end. So that's when I burn most of my digital memory cards.
Well. Well, photography is a most expensive hobby, but you share some very, very heartfelt memories in these pictures that you capture, and we really appreciate you for that. The American Crossword Puzzle Tournament is a most inclusive place here, and I've been just absolutely blown away by people coming from all walks of life here, and I can't wait to see what you produce for us, and I'm just loving it here.
I've heard people say, they weren't sure if they wanted to show up, whether they were a participant or a judge, because they thought maybe they would be judged or, compared to others. And they got here and they found out that there's no such thing. This is one big happy family, and everybody's accepted, no matter what you look like, what your opinions are, what your political views are. They're all one big happy family, and that's what keeps me coming back. It's this place where everybody accepts everybody. It's really cool.
Don, with years of wisdom behind him, speaks truth to power. Don, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your tournament.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Take care.